Hello and welcome to Chrysler Center today on a Saturday night for a Big Ten matchup between the Michigan Wolverines and the Illinois Fighting Illini. I'm Grant Froling. Alongside me tonight is Jack Molino. Jack, we're here. Michigan, Illinois, Big Ten matchup. What do you think tonight?
Michigan coming off a huge win against Ohio State down in Columbus. They're only their 5th top 10 win in program history, so a pretty cool achievement right there. And then coming off another achievement is Caitlin Flaherty scoring her 2,478th point, leading not only women's basketball, but the Michigan men's and women's basketball program as the leading scorer now, surpassing Glenn Rice. Pretty amazing achievement there for Caitlin.
Yeah, definitely always a big deal there. And Caitlin Flaherty, been here 4 years and being able to score about 2,500 points. She's a pure scorer. She just gets buckets. That's what she does. We'll see if she can continue that tonight against an Illinois team that started off strong but has faded of late, 0-6 in conference play after starting 9-5 in non-conference.
Yeah, sad year for the Illinois athletic department. They're 0-6 women's basketball. The men's team lost to Wisconsin last night by 25. They're 0-7, and the football team went 0-9 in conference play. So Illinois basketball and football has yet to garner a win in conference play. Illinois is looking for a win tonight, but Michigan's going to try to protect their home court tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what Illinois can do here. Obviously, winless so far in conference play, but played pretty well in their last game. They did lose to Michigan State by 12 points, but they were able to hold the Spartans to just one field goal in that final fourth quarter. So obviously their defense stepped up in that big moment. But for Michigan on their side, this could be what some might call a trap game, coming off a big win at Ohio State. Their next game on Tuesday is at Michigan State. So this one's sandwiched between a bit of them. You don't want to overlook this opponent because they could come out, fire, hit some shots, and end up beating you.
And you saw the men's team, coming off a huge win against Michigan State, and then going into Lincoln, Nebraska, and losing by 20. It goes to show that there's no off days in Big Ten Conference.
Definitely. And just to go into a little bit more on Illinois' side of the ball, the two main players for them are Alex Whittinger and Brandy Beasley. Whittinger averaging about 16 points a game and Beasley 12, so something to look for there. Those two main scorers. And then on the Michigan side of the ball, Caitlin Flaherty and Hallie Thome, the main scorers for Michigan. One point to point out here, Hallie Thome, 6'5", tallest player on Illinois' whole team is 6'2". So we'll see.
Yeah.
Thome has a bit of a size advantage inside. We'll see if they try to, maybe Illinois will double team when Thome gets the ball in the post. We'll see what they try to do there.
And not only that with the height advantage, but how about the experience advantage? You got Michigan senior, junior, and freshman starting. Illinois has all underclassmen starting, I believe. It was actually a redshirt sophomore. So definitely advantage on both those facets of the game, but we'll see what happens tonight as we are ready to go, and we're waiting the tip-off here in Chrysler Center. The 0-6 in conference, Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the, I believe, what's Michigan's record? 5-2 in conference. Looking to get 6-2 here.
5-2 as Illinois wins the tip, gets the ball to Beasley, taking it up the court. Looks like Michigan is starting out in a 2-3 zone, getting the ball over to Sierra Rice on the wing, now inside. Back out to Rice, open three, and she knocks it down.
Yeah, you're going to watch that. Illinois is going to stick a player right in the middle, and if Michigan's defense is going to collapse, they got to watch out because it looks like Illinois has some good three-point shooters on the perimeter.
And now the Wolverines on their first time down the floor. Flaherty trying to get it inside to Thome. Bad pass, a little too low and outside, out of bounds for the turnover. Illinois taking it back up. Beasley at the top of the key again, over to Rice on the right wing, working around the perimeter, trying to get that ball inside. Back up top, Beasley now into the short corner. Back outside. They haven't been able to get inside on this possession. Rice tries to drive in, pass to two defenders, throws up a shot, no good. Brown comes down with the rebound and out to Flaherty in transition.
Nice defensive stand there for the Wolverines. You'll see Illinois pass the ball around, try to get in the middle. They're going to have to defend the middle and the perimeter. Looks like Rice can shoot the three ball so far.
Munger drove it inside, picked up her dribble, threw it out to Brown for three, who tosses up an air ball. Not a good start for her. After a couple games ago shooting 10 for 12, she only had 3 points against Ohio State. It's Courtney Jones with the ball, driving around, Munger on her. Back out to Beasley now into the corner. Still not able to get inside, working around that three-point arc. Now they do get inside, and now back out to Beasley for three. In and out, offensive board by Jones, and the putback and score off the offensive rebound.
And that's the other side of the coin when you play a zone defense. You don't, when in man-to-man, you have your man to box out, but in a zone, you just got to find someone to box out, and obviously the Wolverines weren't able to do that, but they come back on the other side, and she knocks down the short jumper.
Yeah, that was Dunston on the outside, inside to Thome for a foul line jumper, who's added that to her repertoire recently. Munger extending her defense a little bit now in this 2-3 zone. That's Jones now dribbling on the right wing, now inside to Andrews. Tosses up a shot, no good. Looked like she might have gotten bumped by Thome, but no foul called.
Yeah, straight up there in the defense. Ref did not blow his whistle.
Flaherty dribbling around outside, handoff to Munger. Munger driving inside, spin move, draws two defenders. Picks up her dribble though, nowhere to go. And referee calls a 5-second violation. Second turnover already for the Wolverines.
Good defense there by Illinois. She did draw two defenders, but looked like two people were trying to cut at the same time. Wasn't able to find the cutter. 5-second violation.
Score is 5-2 in favor of Illinois with 7.5 to go in this first quarter. Beasley now taking it up, like got a little cross screen action, opens up one of the Illini, but a shot no good from Whittinger. Dunston driving down hard. Munger now looking to get inside for Thome. Double team comes and gets the pass off to Brown, who draws the foul on the layup.
Great action there. You see Thome drew two defenders, and the other post.
That was Haley Brown.
Haley Brown comes around the back end, and Thome finds her 2 shots at the line.
We've been seeing that recently. Thome has been getting double teamed, and when that happens, either Brown or Dunston will try to cut inside to get that dump pass, and that's exactly what happened there. Brown makes the first one. Second one is on the way and in as well. Now,
to 1 point.
Michigan coming with a 1-2-2 press now.
Yeah.
Rice beats it easily, but Dunston gets the steal. We have a 3-on-2. Dunston to Munger, layup, and in.
1-2-2 press working well. Looked like Beasley broke it, but then a steal caused by the Michigan Wolverines. Easy basket. And another deflection. That 1-2-2 zone working early here in the first quarter.
Another deflection there by Brown. Looks like it might have caught them off guard a little bit. The 1-2-2 press.
Yeah, you'll see that going for a 1-2-2 to a 2-3. Rice again.
Rice was wide open, no good. Flaherty coming down, pushing, pulls up for the 15-foot jump shot, rims in and out. But Brown there for the offensive rebound, blocked. Thome back up, no good again. Might have gotten a little piece of that one. Someone on the Illinois side. Beasley comes down, trying to penetrate that zone into the short corner to Andrews. Dump down pass to Whittinger in the paint. Outside to Rice, who makes the nice move, but Thome there for the block. Outlet to Munger. Now Flaherty, one-on-one, pulls up for another jump shot. That one no good as well. And Dunston with the rebound, and we'll pull it back.
Wolverines just dominating the offensive rebounds. You brought up the size advantage from Michigan earlier on, and you're kind of seeing that right now. Illinois not boxing out the Wolverines.
Brown with the ball now. Dribble handoff to Flaherty. Thome sets a screen at the top of the key. Another pull-up jump shot. Flaherty misses again, starting out 0 for 3 on the day.
3 good looks, though. She had a nice ball screen action right there. Comes off with her left, unable to convert.
And Beasley has it on the right wing. Inside to Andrews, stolen by Munger and stolen back by Rice. Illinois has some numbers, not anymore though. Whittinger outside to Jones, wide open 3.
Air ball.
A little long on that one.
Flaherty the other way.
Flaherty pushing it up to Munger, who pulls right up for a three-pointer, and nothing but net on that one.
Yeah, there was 2 steals in a row and an air ball by the Illini, and Michigan pushed it right back in Illini's face. Open 3. Illini take a 4-point lead here.
Now Rice to Jones, passes up the shot. Short corner to Winninger, trying to go one-on-one against Dunston. And nice jump shot to go in.
Got to tip your cap there. Good defense by the Wolverines, but able just to hit the shot right over the defender.
Flaherty ahead to Munger again. Rice wisely guards her on the three-point shot. Munger throws it inside to Thome. Not there. Back out to Brown at the elbow and good. Now 11-7 Wolverines. This is a fast-paced game. Both teams trying to get out in transition. Now Rice has it, drives inside past Munger, kick out to Jones who was open, and a second air ball for her. 0 for 2 with 2 air balls today. Now Dunston the other way, kicks it out to Flaherty for 3 and knocks it down.
And once again, the transition offense working for the Wolverines. Flaherty wide open on the wing, nothing but net there.
Transition offense is every team's best offense, and the Wolverines showed it there. As the 2-3 zone is causing fits for the Illini, who've only scored 7 points so far. Jones inside to Winninger in the short corner, Thome on her. Now back out to an open Beasley who penetrates and pulls up. And it looks like Munger might have gotten a piece of that as Dunston throws the baseball pass ahead to Flaherty. Beasley knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Michigan as we go into a TV timeout. The score is 14-7. Michigan ahead of Illinois with 3:34 here to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, you saw early the Michigan Wolverines went down, and they quickly learned that in the half-court offense, they weren't going to score as well as the transition, and they start pushing the basketball, and now they have a 7-point lead. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And a big difference in the two teams. Michigan was able to get out into transition on a couple of those possessions. Illinois, not too much. And a big thing with that is Illinois not making shots and Michigan making theirs, able to set their defense before Illinois can get back.
Illinois shooting 3-12 from the three-point line tonight. They are 1 for 4, I believe. They hit the first one, Rice did, and then Munger unable to hit the next two, and actually airballed them. Oh, excuse me, not
Joins
Munger.
on
yeah. And Michigan took advantage of them. They got the quick defensive rebound and pushed it. In fact, there was a baseball pass that led to a almost layup, ended up being out of bounds. It's going to be Michigan basketball on the baseline next.
And Jack, now that we've seen just about 6.5 minutes of action here, we saw Michigan come out in that 2-3 defense and Illinois not really adjusting well to it. What do you think they're going to talk about in this timeout to come back out and execute on offense?
The Wolverines or the Illini?
The Illini.
The Illini, yeah. That 2-3 is kind of giving them fits. They tried to get the ball in the middle a couple of times, and it did work as the Wolverines had to collapse and they were able to kick the basketball. But I wouldn't be panicking too much if I was the Fighting Illini coach. I think some of their shots should start falling soon. But I think the point of emphasis the Illini have to focus on is getting back on defense. You saw the Wolverines just pushing the basketball, and that was absolutely killing the Illini.
And the Illinois Fighting Illini have been getting some good looks. Again, like you said, they did get inside to Winninger a few times, and the kickouts for threes have been working. Just a little note, Michigan honored Flaherty before this game, surpassing Glenn Rice, like you said, for passing with the scoring record. And it's also alumni weekend here at the University of Michigan. We've got quite a few alums here taking in the game to see this Michigan team ranked number 19 in the nation. Both teams coming out of the timeout here. And on the court for Illinois, we have Winninger, Rice, Beasley, Holoshinska, and Cattenhead. And for the Wolverines, Thome, Church, Flaherty, Munger, and Dunston.
Yeah, quite the accomplishment there for Flaherty. Not only the leading scorer in Michigan basketball, but she's now the second leading current active player in NCAA basketball. I think that's men's and women's with 2,470, I think, or 81 points now after her. She nailed down a 3 earlier here in the first quarter. I wonder who that first player is. Maybe we could look it up for you, but that's a pretty amazing accomplishment. And she's still got a full season, or probably half a season ahead of her. Number 19 ranked Michigan, trying to do well in the Big Ten. They're 5-2, looking to go 6-2 here tonight.
So Wolverines come back down with the ball. Flaherty over to Dunston, kind of a point forward type of player. Now Church, the freshman, with the ball, hand off to Munger. Now to Flaherty in the corner for three from the screen from Thome and hits it.
Perfect play there. Flaherty rolls along the baseline. She gets a nice screen. The freshman finds Flaherty for a wide open three there.
Flaherty missed all 3 of her 2-point shots, but making both of her 3-point attempts so far in the game. Now Beasley just dribbling around, passes to Rice in the corner. Now inside to Wittinger, who's got the double team on her. 3 defenders around her. Back out to Rice, and now Beasley, who pulls up for a 3-point shot, and no good. Thome comes down with it. And again, the Wolverines pushing in transition. Flaherty with the ball. Now pulls it back to reset the offense over to Church. Church drives inside with the one-on-one and in.
Wow, I think that hit the front rim before going in. That was an amazing shot there. Caught the defender on her heels. And a timeout by Fighting Illini, 19-7 Wolverines.
Illinois with the quick timeout, just about a little over a minute since the last TV timeout. But Michigan started coming out of that timeout on a 5-0 run. Now it's 19-7 with 2:10 to go in the first quarter. And what we talked about during that TV timeout was Illinois stopping Michigan in transition, and both of their buckets came that way.
Yeah. Not a good job by Illinois, and I think it starts on the offensive end, to be honest. They hacked up a 3 there, and that led to a long rebound. And long rebounds equal transition offense going the other way. So I think Illinois really needs to slow down this game. Maybe use 25 seconds of the shot clock, get the best shot possible, but Illini is still not getting anything to go offensively.
2-3 zone has been working for Michigan as now we come back to play here. Beasley over. Now Jones at the top. Over to Beasley. Quick pass inside to Wittinger. Turnaround jump shot. Does not hit the rim. Offensive rebound, but a travel called on number 25, Kennedy Cattenhead. Flaherty gets it across the timeline. Over to Kayla Robbins, who just checked in, and a good pass to Thome. Inside, beat the double team, and gets the layup to go. Now Cattenhead up top. Over to Beasley, was open, but passed up the open 3. And a blocking foul called on Thome. Cattenhead with the pump fake, got Thome to move a little bit, drive inside, and drew the foul.
Yeah, Beasley there had an open look, decides not to pull the trigger, and that's kind of worrisome because she had some threes earlier where she wasn't as open, and now she takes the 3. She decides not to take the 3.
And the shot up for Beasley.
She finally hits one there.
It's good.
As Illinois finally scores in the first. After the first 5 minutes, I don't think they had a bucket there. And they finally score there. Still down 11 here, 21-9, as we approach a minute left in the first quarter.
Church on the right wing. Brown sets the screen, and a pull-up jump shot for Church, no good. Coming down with the rebound was Jones.
Illini finally doing a good job on the defensive side of the basketball, rebounding, boxing out all Wolverines, and they get another open look in the corner, and she knocks it down.
That's Kirkpatrick with the open 3, and Michigan calls a quick timeout after that 3-pointer.
5-0 run there for the Wolverine, or the Illini, and they needed that. They were down 21-7 at one point. Cuts the deficit down to 9.
52 seconds left in the first quarter. And a good timeout called there by Illinois. They did go on that 5-0 run. Now it's 21-12. Michigan in the lead. So we've seen a game of runs so far, as it often is in basketball. Like we said, Michigan coming off that great win at Ohio State. Kind of a resume win for them in their hopes of getting into the NCAA tournament. Illinois on the other side has played well, gotten some open looks on offense as we get back quickly after the 30-second timeout. Robbins inbounding to Flaherty. Kirkpatrick picking up full court. Now settles back in. Flaherty over to Dunston at the top. And at the elbow is Brown. Over to Flaherty, who drives inside and draws a foul.
Flaherty just too quick. You saw her come off the flare screen. She gets the ball on the baseline and just quick crossover there, draws the foul.
And Thome and Munger checking in for Robbins and Dunston.
That's only the Illini's second foul of the game. As you said, this has been a quick game. Not a lot of dead balls or fouls so far.
Brown inside to Church, now out to Munger on the right corner. And offensive foul called on the inside.
Thome trying to get position on Winninger, but the ref called the foul there, going the other way.
No foul trouble so far for either team. Like you said, this has been a quick first quarter. We're only 19 minutes into after tip, and the first quarter is winding down as Illinois will hold for the last shot under 20 seconds now. Wolverines staying in that 2-3 zone. Beasley with it, working around to Kirkpatrick. Now back to Beasley, screen set, pull-up jump shot, no good. Brown rebound to Flaherty. 2 seconds, one from half court, throws it up, and good!
Goodness.
Oh my!
There. You saw the Illini, they took the final, what we thought would be the final shot with about 5 seconds, and that gave Flaherty just enough time to hit about a 40-footer there. What a shot.
How fitting that your all-time leading scorer hits the half-court shot. She's the one you want to take that, and that was nothing but net.
And that kills the Illini's momentum. They were on a 5-0 run there, possibly going to end the quarter on a 7-0 run. But Flaherty with a hack-up, a prayer that is answered. What a shot.
Her range extending out to the half-court line as we're going into the second quarter with Michigan ahead 24-12 over Illinois. This is coaches Nancy Fahey's first season with Illinois, with experienced assistant coaches LaCale Malone and Tiana Kirkland. The other side, Coach Kim Barnes-Arico, very experienced coach, the all-time winningest coach with the University of Michigan. Now as Michigan has doubled Illinois' score going into the second quarter, what do you expect out of the Illini? Any changes or adjustments on their end?
Not much. I saw the Illini when they came out after the media timeout. They tried to slow it down. It didn't really work. I think they just keep on trying to do that. Obviously, they got a little unlucky there at the end of the first quarter with the Flaherty half-court buzzer beater. I think the most amazing statistic from Michigan women's basketball is that they feature 3 double-figure scores in Flaherty, Thome, and Munger. And you kind of saw that Flaherty was struggling there from the floor in the first quarter, but Michigan's still able to put up 24 points on the board. So other people on the Michigan Wolverine squad can still score, even when Flaherty, who's had a 20-point game every single night except one time this season, which is remarkable. There's so many options that the Wolverines can go to, and it's very, very hard to defend that from an opposing team standpoint.
And like we saw with the other scorers stepping up, Illinois bringing a double team on Thome most possessions when she gets it into the post, and that obviously frees up another player on Michigan for the shot.
And we brought it up earlier. We were looking who the other current NCAA women's basketball leading scorer, because Flaherty is now second. It is Kelsey Mitchell on Ohio State, who has 3,033 points. She's a senior this year, along with Flaherty, and Flaherty's at 2,486 now with that 3. And the leading scorer in Big Ten history is Rachel Bonham on Minnesota, who graduated last year with 3,093, and it looks like Kelsey Mitchell is probably going to surpass that on Ohio State. Pretty exciting time in Big Ten women's basketball, I guess.
So we get back to action here. Thome misses the layup for Michigan. Illinois coming back the other way with Beasley on the perimeter. Over to Kirkpatrick. Dunston slips and slides, falls to the ground, and a foul called on her.
You see Illinois utilizing the skip pass there. That's the first time we saw that. definitely a tool they can use as they get the wing defenders moving quickly, and obviously a little too quickly as she slipped on her feet there and draws the foul.
Now we have Joens inbounding for Illinois into Beasley in the corner, guarded by Munger. Excuse me. Michigan switching to a man defense as Joens throws up a three, no good for Illinois. Michigan coming back the other way. Flaherty pushing ahead to Munger, drives baseline. Nothing there, kicks it back out to Dunston. Now Flaherty with it, screen set, inside to Thome. No good.
Good offensive possession, but couldn't get a basket there. Here come the Illini the other way.
Jones guarded by Dunston as the Wolverines switch back into a 2-3, trying to confuse the Illinois offense here. Kirkpatrick open for three. She'll take it. No good for Illinois, but an offensive rebound by Whittinger. Back out to reset the offense. Kirkpatrick over to Joens. Three from the same spot. No good. Caitlin Flaherty comes down with it, waving Munger to the corner. She looks like she wants to drive to the basket, and she will. The scoop and the score.
Only 5'7", but she's able to get to the basket better than anyone on this basketball court, and she slips right through the Illini defense for a Michigan basket.
26-12 now. Michigan in the lead with 8:20 to go in the second quarter. Beasley up top. Over to Jones. Double team coming now. Gets a short corner to Cattenhead. Couple pump fakes on passes. Now kicks it back out to Beasley. Jones uses the pump fake nicely, but can't connect on the jump shot from the corner. Dunston pushing in transition. The kick out to Munger. Touch pass to Flaherty off back iron.
Good luck, and it's going to stay Michigan basketball. It was a high rebound off the back rim. And, excuse me, it's actually going to be Illini basketball. The call was overturned.
It was originally out of bounds off of Illinois. Now they're going to say a foul on Dunston on the rebound opportunity. So it will come back Illinois' way here.
Illini 2 for 10, 20% from the three-point line. If they want to stay in this game, they're going to have to knock down some perimeter shots.
Now 3 on the perimeter for Illinois. Got Joens in the corner. Skip pass. Over, that is Joens on the wing. Now back up top to Rice, who drives inside. Left-handed, no good, but gets her own rebound, puts it back up, no good again. And a traveling called here.
Once again, Illini not able to convert. It was Rice driving strong to the basket. Left hand, got her own rebound. Missed both of them. Michigan basketball.
Kayla Robbins checks in for Jillian Dunston for Michigan. They're still leading 26-12 with 7 minutes here to go. Skip pass to Flaherty. Drives inside and dumps it down to Thome, but she's rejected. Holoshinska comes up with the ball and gets it to Rice, pushing up the floor. Still no transition offense for the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the Wolverines are able to get back into a zone so quickly. Usually when you play a zone, it's hard to defend the transition defense, but we haven't seen any transition offense, but we haven't seen any of that from the Illini today.
As Rice pulls up for three from the top of the key, no good. There's a scrum for the ball, a couple players on the floor, and a jump ball finally called. It'll stay with Illinois. A couple of these players for Illinois are primarily three-point shooters, in Joens and Holoshinska. We haven't been able to hit much yet so far today. So inbound to Whittinger at the elbow. She's trying to go one-on-one against Robbins and will pull up for a jump shot and knock it down.
Their first basket since 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Church picks up her dribble, able to get it over to Munger. Now Robbins in the corner. Flaherty inside to Thome. Back out to Robbins. Pump fakes on the three. Drive into the paint and blocked by Andrews, but a foul will be called on her. It'll be 2 shots for Robbins.
Not happy there is the Illini coach. Can you refresh me on the name?
The Illini Coach,
Nancy Fahey not happy with the call there. Didn't look like a foul from up here, but the whistle was blown. 2 shots.
And these will only be the 3rd and 4th free throws for either team. This has been a very quick game so far. Robbins misses on the first one for the Wolverines. Second one on the way. As the Wolverines have Thome all the way back on defense to start. Robbins hits it for a 27-14 lead with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter as Michigan comes back with a 1-2-2 press. Church able to get a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds.
It looks like whenever there's a dead ball or a made basket coming from the opposite baseline, Michigan will go into that 1-2-2, try to cause a turnover. Almost did there. Now back in the 2-3 and half court set.
Rice is running the point now that Beasley is on the bench. She picks up her dribble inside at the elbow, almost a 5-second violation. She kicks it back out to Holoshinska. Now inside to Andrews. Backdoor cut, knocked away by Munger, who comes away with it ahead to Church. She's got an open layup and not able to hit as Andrews contested that. The ball hits Church out of bounds. It'll come back on Illinois' side.
Yeah, the Illini not doing a really good job of turning and facing. They'll get the ball in the middle of the zone, and the bigs will not face a basket. And it's almost like a waste of opportunity or attempt to get the ball in the middle if you're not going to face.
Now Jones inside. Whittinger faces that time, pulls up, and no good on the shot. Now on the rebound, 2 players on the floor. Illinois comes away with it, and now Whittinger, a travel is called on her. They'll come back with Michigan.
You got the student section here in Chrysler 10 seconds early on the shot clock there. I'm not sure if the Illini player felt for it or not, but she shot it right as the student section counted down to 0.
Yeah, that's a bold strategy there. I've never seen a countdown start at the 15-second mark on a shot clock.
Usually it's a 5-second difference.
Now Church inside the Thome. Double team coming, trying to hit the cutting Robbins. Pass is deflected. Kirkpatrick comes with it with Illinois. Now Rice in the corner. Up top to Jones. Trying to work that ball inside, but nothing there. Now Kirkpatrick does get inside to Andrews, who turns around for the jump shot. No good. But Jones in there for the offensive rebound, tries to throw it in, but no good. Thome comes with it. Flaherty pushing ahead for the Wolverines. Munger wide open in the corner on the skip pass and hits it.
Nice pass there from Flaherty once again. You saw the Illini perimeters on offense. They dove and they attempted to get offensive rebound. They did, but once again that opens up the transition offense for Michigan. Flaherty finds, not sure who that was in the corner for 3.
That was Munger. Nicole Munger
for
3 there. One of the best 3-point shooters in the Big Ten Conference. Now Kirkpatrick pump fake, gets around Flaherty. Opens up and a 3 for Jones, who hits it right back at you.
Finally, Illini hits a 3-point field goal. First time since early in the first quarter. They're now 2 for 12. Illini staying in this one. Won't go away. Cuts deficit to 13.
There's now an inside backdoor cut to Flaherty. Can't hit on the layup, but Thome right there on the ground fighting for it. And now the jump ball will come back to Michigan. We're going to have a TV timeout here with the score of 30-17. Michigan out in front, 3:38 to go in the first half. And a nice Saturday night here at Chrysler Center.
Michigan just in full control of the game. Illini trying to stay with it. And they hit a nice 3 there from Kirkpatrick, I believe, or Jones, and that's going to keep them in it. But Michigan 13-point lead. They're probably, Illini's looking to cut it maybe down to 10 or 9 by the end of this first half. 3.5 minutes to go. A
crucial last 4 minutes here, down 13. If they can keep it within about 10 and be within striking distance for the second half, that is what they'd like to do here.
Michigan's getting so many good looks. They're 5 for 7 from 3 tonight. That's a very good percentage, 71%. And they're just getting wide open looks. You see a lot of penetration, and a lot of really good passes, long passes to wide open three-point shooters, and we know how good of a three-point shooting team Michigan is.
And Michigan has gotten a lot of open shots, as has Illinois. The score may not say it, only 17 points so far, but they have been able to work the ball inside into that zone and get some shots from the elbows, just not able to hit it. And from three as well. They're 3 for 12 so far, with a lot of three-point shooters on this team, but just not able to knock any shots down so far. Flaherty leading the way for the Wolverines with 11 points. Munger with 8. Thome and Brown with 4. Like you said, the Wolverines 5 for 7 on threes. And the Illini 3 for 12. That's the main difference so far.
Looking ahead at the Michigan Wolverines schedule, they got Michigan State home on Tuesday, 7 p.m. And then they have a 5-day break, and they play at Northwestern, and they have a big stretch of 4 games in 8 days. Purdue, Rutgers, Northwestern, and Michigan State away at East Lansing. So it never stops here in the Big Ten. They expanded the men's schedule to 20 next year. I'm not sure if they do the same for women's too. But you got to be ready to play every single day here in the Big Ten Conference. No cupcake games.
Definitely not, that's for sure. We're coming back out of this timeout with Church inbounding the ball. And it hits the cutting Munger off the backboard, no good. Whittinger comes down with it and gets it to Rice. Now over to Kirkpatrick, who brings it up the court across the timeline. Working over to Jones. Nowhere to go. Finally inside to Whittinger. She likes that pull-up jump shot, but it's not there that time. Now Rice has been moved to the short corner, and Andrews up top. She's open for a shot, no good. Munger with it, ahead to Church. Now Flaherty back to Church, wide open for 3. Nobody's on her. But she can't hit it. Brown with the rebound. And a foul is going to be called on Andrews, holding Brown on that rebound.
Yeah, the freshman Haley Brown. Too big. That's probably her second or third offensive rebound tonight. She's in the right place at the right time, giving the Wolverines another chance here.
Now Cattenhead is checking in for Andrews here. There's a quick inbounds pass to Brown as Illinois wasn't ready for it and gets the layup to go. Wolverines set up their defense. As Kirkpatrick gets it inside to Whittinger, outside to Rice. Pump fake over to Kirkpatrick at the top of the key and hits it.
Drains it, yeah, nice ball movement, a little triangle action with Whittinger in the middle. Finds Kirkpatrick at the top of the key.
A much needed 3 for Illinois. Now Thome with a nice pass over to Munger in the corner and can't get it to go. It's an open opportunity as now Illinois has a rare transition opportunity. Rice taking advantage of it. Can't get the layup to go. That would have cut the deficit down to 10. Now Flaherty back the other way and a hand check foul on Kirkpatrick. Jones hits the floor hard going for the ball. She looks to be okay.
Rice once again goes to left hand but unable to convert. You know, they've had her on the perimeter and they've had her down low tonight too. She looks pretty athletic. She's one of the bigger players in the court here. But if she's not able to convert, it's definitely killing the Illini shooting percentage.
Beasley checks in for Kirkpatrick. Inbounds pass to Flaherty. Jump shot, no good. Brown offensive rebound for Michigan. And backdoor cut, Flaherty wide open. She beat Beasley on it. 34-20 now, Michigan with 2 minutes to go in the half. Munger almost comes away with a steal there. Illinois keeps it. Now over to Rice in the corner. Dribbling around up top to Beasley. Now to Jones on the left wing. Beasley back to Jones. She likes that spot. Can't hit the three-pointer to go. Church brings it across. She is the point guard when she's in the game. Flaherty, nice touch pass inside to Thome, right over the defense. for an easy layup.
The Wolverines offense working here. Right as you thought the Illini were going to come back, Wolverines come on a little 6-0 run here. Extend the lead to 16 now as they create another turnover. And Flaherty's got a 2-on-1 here. Stops, passes.
Tries to get it to Munger. She's able to come away with it and can't hit the jump shot. A little bit of a jumbled play there.
I'd like to see Flaherty maybe take the ball to the basket. I know they're not calling many fouls tonight, but probably a settled pass there.
Under a minute to go. Inside to Catton Head, and Banks did it. I don't know if she called backboard on that one.
I don't think she did.
Church across. Looking inside of Thome. A one-on-one. Now double comes. Throws up a shot. No foul called. Gets her own rebound, and now a foul is called.
Illini there, they had a nice double there. They had Thome kind of throwing up an ill-advised shot, but they didn't do the second part of the job, and they were ball watching. They didn't box her out. And they actually had two of them down there, and Thome literally just looks down at the ground. The ball came off the rim, and it was right there, and she gets a second attempt, and she'll go to the line now.
Good initial defense with the double team, and Thome able to come away with it, getting her own rebound on the two-on-one opportunity. Hits the first to go up 37-22. We're at 41 seconds left, and now Kayla Robbins checks in for Deja Church to get some more length out there on defense. Thome puts the second one up, and no good. Robbins taps it out of bounds. It'll come back with Illinois. 40 seconds to go.
15-point lead for the Wolverines. You got to imagine the line. I want to cut this down to maybe 12.
Even if they're able to hit just one more shot and hold the Wolverines scoreless, that would be big for their momentum going into the second half. They're going to hold until the end of the shot clock here.
9-second difference in the shot clock,
which is tough to do against the zone when you normally have to work it around. And Whittinger throws up a prayer and somehow gets it to go.
Two Michigan Wolverine defenders are right there. Whittinger hits it right over him. Got to tip your cap.
The 2-point shot good. Now we're at 5 seconds to go. Robbins up top. Got to move the ball. Over to Munger. She's going to have to pull up for three and has it knocked away. No foul called. We're going to head into the half with Michigan holding a 37-24 lead going into the second half.
Yeah. Illini had a run there, a 6-0 or 8-0 run, but Michigan came back to the other end, still using that transition offense, and they got a 13-point lead here heading into the second half. I think the biggest takeaways has to be the transition offense that the Michigan Wolverines have tonight. Illini just not getting back on defense, and on the other end, Michigan is getting back on defense as they get back in that 2-3 really quickly. And Illini, you saw bits and pieces. Maybe they can break it, but they're not hitting the perimeter shots they need to break a 2-3.
Definitely some things to look for in the second half. We'll be back shortly here. We'll take a quick break and come back for the second half here at Chrysler. Again, the score 37 Michigan, 24 Illinois.
Hello and welcome back to Chrysler Arena. My name's Yosef Gross. I'm joined by Nate Sorensen here for the second half of the Michigan women's basketball game as they take on the Fighting Illini. Score as it sits today, 37-24 here at halftime. Michigan Wolverines have dominated the first half. What have you seen from them here today so far?
Well, you know, their big players are making big plays so far. Flaherty scoring pretty well, shooting about 50% from the field. That's what Michigan needs from her. They need big points, big baskets. For example, you know, shots from the half-court line that she makes look easy. I thought it looked like a layup when it went in for her. She didn't even care. It was wild. Thome also having a pretty nice game herself, you know, 7 points, 6 boards. And that's what Michigan needs. You know, against Indiana, she struggled quite a bit, and as a result, Michigan as a team struggled. They need those buckets inside, you know, to open up the perimeter shots for them. And so far, it's been so good for the Wolverines here today.
It does seem this year that as Thome goes, so do the Michigan Wolverines. And as far as Flaherty goes, she's 3 of 4 from deep today. She may have discovered a new range right inside that half-court line. And on the other side, the Fighting Illini, well, they've been fighting a lot this season, but they haven't done a lot of winning. What have you seen from them today as well?
Well, you know, it's been a little bit of a rough going so far. Whittinger and Beasley both, you know, not hitting their shots all that great. You know, Beasley had a pretty big game last game for him against MSU, helped make it pretty tight. That's what they need out of her. Beasley, when she scores well, Illinois does well. That's what they need. They need players to come out and score a lot of points. They don't have any real high scorers. Whittinger and Beasley are both their highest scorers, only averaging about, you know, 12, 13 points a game, whereas Flaherty for the Wolverines is averaging well over 20. You know, they're not going to get any huge contributions from any one player, but when one player does step up and score big, that's when this team succeeds.
Just 2 minutes to go until the second half kicks off as the players come back onto the court. But as you're saying, Brandy Beasley does seem to be the heart and the engine of this team. So far today, she's only shooting 1 of 5 from the field for 2 points. And that's just been sort of the overall outlook for the Fighting Illini today, as they're shooting 10 of 35 from the field, an abysmal 28.6%. Actually, the same exact percentage from the field and from three-point land. How do they improve upon that in the second half?
You know, at some point you would think Beasley's shots are just going to start going in. I don't know what more you really do other than just hope the lid gets off the basket. Maybe just switching sides is what's going to do it for him. Do
you consider doubling Thome every time she gets the ball?
You know, that is, again, going back to the Indiana game, that was what really worked for the Hoosiers, was taking a player off of I can't remember. It was Dunston, I believe. They would not really cover Dunston at all, leave her alone on the three-point line, and double Thome, have one above and one under, and that really did work out a lot for them. Not a bad idea there for the Illini to go with that. I don't know, though, as well as, you know, all of the Wolverines are scoring here today. You know, Munger's shooting the ball well. Brown's made some good contributions. I don't think just looking to shut down Thome is really going to help too much.
Yeah. Today it might be a case of everything's gone wrong for the Fighting Illini. Still, they only find themselves down 13 with a whole half of basketball left to play, 37-24. And on the flip side, how does Michigan continue what they've been doing in this first half? How do they carry that over for the rest of the game?
You know, it always comes with attacking the basket first and foremost. You got to, you know, get the pick and roll going, get to the rim. That's what opens up the whole floor. Once you start driving to the rim, getting easy buckets, then you can look to kick out, get those open looks on the outside, and then once the outside looks start going in, it's game over. You know, the floor is just too spread out. It's too easy to get buckets inside for Thome.
Yeah, when Michigan's shooting the basketball well, there's not a lot any team in the country can do here today. But today especially, it seemed like that 2-3 zone for Michigan on defense has given Illinois absolute fits. Time after time, they've been getting steals. They've been forcing a lot of perimeter shots from Rice, from Beasley, and from Kirkpatrick, who actually has shot the ball probably the best of any of the Fighting Illini. So it's definitely going to be an uphill battle for the Fighting Illini here in the second half as the players come back onto the court. For Michigan, it's going to be the same five who started the first half. That's Flaherty, Munger, Dunston, Brown, and Thome. They're wearing the all-white uniforms here today. For the Fighting Illini, they're wearing the all-orange uniforms, though they've been anything but on fire. For them, it'll be the combination of Brandy Beasley, Petra Holoshinka, Sierra Rice, Alex Whittinger, and Allie Andrews. As they get set, Illinois gets set to inbound the ball on the right side of the court. Rice throws it into Beasley, and we're underway here in the second half from Chrysler Arena. Beasley takes the screen from Whittinger. She comes around to the right side. She's got Munger on it. Swings around to the corner. Rice back to Beasley at the top of the key. Munger pressuring her out. Allie Andrews now with the ball on the left side. Throws it back to Beasley. She swings it back to Rice on the right side. Michigan zone giving them some problems. Beasley dribbles right into the middle, kicks it out into the corner to Andrews. Andrews back to Beasley at the top of the key. Rice now with it on the right side. She goes in between two Michigan defenders, gets a good layup but misses it. Rebound by Brown.
Yeah, interesting that Illinois, despite Michigan running the 2-3 zone, is not going with a 1-3-1 offense right now.
Michigan brings the ball right down, but Flaherty throws it right away. Beasley with the steal. She takes the ball back up court. Rice now with the ball. Entry pass into Whittinger. She's got Thome on her. Takes a dribble into the middle of the court. Gets tied up there by Thome, and that's going to be a jump ball. Excellent defense there by Hallie Thome.
Yeah, very interesting. Again, the Illini going with a 4-out, 1-in style offense with Whittinger in the inside, trying to post her up. You know, as soon as she gets the ball down low, she's got a double team right on top of her. There's nothing she could do there.
And possession goes to Michigan. Flaherty takes the ball up court, gives it to Thome on the outside. Brown now with the ball, swings around to Dunston. Good ball movement so far here today for the Michigan Wolverines. Dunston still with the ball. She goes a cross-court pass to the corner to Munger for three. That's up. That's good.
Excellent play called there. Great screen, I should say, by Brown. Freed her right up for that shot.
Rice now with the ball. She's coming back. Gives it to Andrews. Beasley with the ball out near the right corner. She dribbles it back towards the middle, hands it off to Rice. Rice dribbles to the left side. She has Andrews in the corner to her left. Instead, chooses to pass it back to Beasley. Swings around to the right side to Whittinger. Beasley takes the ball. She's got two Michigan defenders on her. Entry pass into Whittinger. Whittinger with the ball, and she throws it right off the foot of Flaherty. Flaherty's on the ground. They call another jump ball. This time possession arrow going towards Illinois. Ball will stay on this side of the court.
Yeah, so far, Illinois is just not reacting well to this 2-3 zone. Typically, you see a team go with a 1-3-1 where they have, you know, one player up top, two on the wings, one at the high post right around the free throw line, and then one player running the baseline. You know, Illinois is going with a different route here. It's just not
Beasley
working.
Takes the ball. She puts up the jumper, and that one's no good. Rebound by Dunston. Flaherty now takes the ball up court on the left wing. She's got Munger trailing behind her. She dribbles it out towards the center logo. Thome sets the screen, comes backside, hits Brown in the corner. She's got the three. That one's no good, just a little strong there. Rebound by Illinois, and they're going to call another jump ball. Good hustle there by, I believe that was Jillian Dunston, and this time Michigan retains possession.
Yeah, great play there by Dunston. You know, not giving up on that play, even though it looked like it was going to be an easy rebound there for Illinois. Just didn't give up. Gets Michigan the possession again.
40-24, Michigan with the ball, 8 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Dunston set to inbound underneath the hoop. She throws it out to Hallie Brown. Haley Brown near the top corner. Entry pass to Thome. Thome takes the ball, just puts up the layup, but that one's just a little short, no good. Rebound by Illinois.
Well, there you go. Just like you said, they're hitting Thome with the double team. You know, still managed to get a pretty decent look, but it's really tough when you've got two sets of hands.
They come back down the other end. Andrews puts up the three. That one's no good. Rebound by Thome. She gives it to Dunston. Dunston leading the transition. Hits Munger in the corner. She's got a look. Instead chooses to bring it out towards the top of the key. Flaherty now takes the shot from the top, and that one rims in and out. Offensive rebound by Thome. She puts up the shot. That's no good. Gets her own rebound. Hits the cutting Flaherty. Flaherty goes in, and she puts up the layup, and that's good.
Oh, my. What a move there. Flaherty had a defender come out on her. Did a bit of like a half of a Euro step there. Not a full Euro, a bit of a weird look. Excellent job, though.
Beasley comes down the court, gives it to Rice. Rice puts up the quick shot, and that one's no good. Rebound by Haley Brown. Dunston pushing the pace again up the court. She dribbles all the way through the defense, pulls it back out to Flaherty. Flaherty now dribbles right back in around the hoop, kicks it out to Haley Brown. She swings it over to Munger. Munger realizes she has space, goes into the middle, and gets fouled on the layup. She'll shoot two.
Yeah, you can see Illinois is so afraid of Michigan hitting the deep ball right now that they are just flying out on every shooter. These aggressive closeouts, though, making it super easy for Michigan to, you know, pump fake, dribble right past them, and get to the rim with ease.
Michigan coming out and asserting themselves here in the third quarter. Munger takes the ball at the free throw line, dribbles it once, twice, brings the ball up, puts the shot up, and that first free throw is no good. 42-24, Michigan leads Illinois, 6:51 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we'll see Illinois. They've got to change something up on the offensive end here.
Absolutely. As Munger hits the second free throw, inbounds goes to Beasley. She takes the ball up court. She throws it to Courtney Jones on the right wing. Jones has got Flaherty on her in that 2-3 zone. Back to Beasley at the top of the key. Munger and Flaherty converge on her. Beasley still with the ball, dribbling with her left hand all the way to the left side. Brings it back to the top of the key to Jones. Jones back around to Andrews. Andrews now with the ball. She hits Kirkpatrick, who's recently checked into the game. And Kirkpatrick just throws it away to Munger, who is fouled by Jones as she was heading down to the other end for the wide open layup.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to pass the ball to Andrews there. Andrews was sort of redirecting the offense there, pointing around, making some kind of hand gestures. Had no idea the pass was coming to her and goes right by her. Munger able to take it away easily.
And quickly, Illinois making some substitutions. This time, Lyric Robbins coming in for Brandy Beasley as Kirkpatrick came in for Sierra Rice. So the starting backcourt quickly replaced for the Fighting Illini. Here comes Church, who just checked into the game. She's got the ball. Church checked in for Munger. Thome now passes to Flaherty on the cut. Flaherty puts it up, and that is laid up and in by Flaherty. A beautiful play on a beautiful pass from Hallie Thome.
Yeah, excellent job by Flaherty there. Just shows you how smart she is on the basketball court. That was an excellent cut.
Kirkpatrick now with the ball, uses the screen from Robbins, who just checked in. She passes it out. Whittinger now with the ball at free throw line. She's got Munger, dribbles around her, jump step, passes it to Jones, and Jones puts it up and in.
There it is, Whittinger finally getting the ball at the free throw line in the high post. That's the weak point of the 2-3 zone, able to get an easy bucket out of it.
Haley Brown now with the ball. She dribbles in, spins, puts it up with the left hand. It's good, and a foul. Absolutely amazing drive from Haley Brown. She came in, realized the defender was there, spun around on her weaker hand, managed to flip it up while getting fouled, and put it in.
Yeah, that was actually played quite well there by Andrews. Was able to see the spin coming and still managed to make the shot tough. Just happened to foul her.
And Illinois will call timeout. Nancy Fahey not liking what she's seeing at all as Michigan jumps out to a 21-point lead, 47-26, with 5:39 left to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's something, I don't know, out of this timeout, they've got to be looking to get something going on the offensive end. I mean, granted, and they haven't really been able to stop Michigan so far, but I don't think that's what you should really be worried about right now when you're shooting just over 25% from the field.
And why do you think Nancy Fahey, head coach for the Fighting Illini, she subbed out Sierra Rice and Brandy Beasley within 3 to 4 minutes of starting that second half? She clearly didn't like what she saw there.
Well, I especially saw it out of Beasley there. A lot of just dribbling around on the perimeter. When you're facing the zone, really what you want to do is zip the ball around. You get swinging the ball around the perimeter, then you get the defense kind of jumping. They get out of position. Like they leave their zone, to kind of compensate. And that's just not what Illinois has been doing. A lot of just dribbling it around, and Beasley's been a big culprit of that.
Definitely, and it's reflected in the score sheet here today as Beasley not having a good day, only 2 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Rice only 3 points on an abysmal 1 of 10 shooting here today, as they've got the Oblivious Cam trained on unaware fans here at the Chrysler Arena. Maybe they should train it on the Fighting Illini sideline here today instead.
Oh, that's rough.
They don't seem to be in the game at all. A little harsh there, but definitely.
Harsh, but not unjustified.
Not unjustified, as Michigan has come out here in the second half with a vengeance, looking to bury the Fighting Illini. Flaherty already with 17 points to her name. Munger's got 12 on 4 of 8 shooting, 3 of 4 from downtown. What does Illinois have to change out of this timeout?
I'll say it again here. They need somebody to be standing on the free throw line at all times on the offensive end. Right. That is really the best way to go at a 2-3 zone, because that's right, pretty much where a few different zones, overlap. No one quite knows who to get, like who's responsible to pick that offensive player up. As I got to go back to the Oblivious Cam. There's just a guy who has now been on the cam for 1 full minute, now just finally realized that he was on there. Now he's got the whole crowd cheering him on. That was...
But no doubt, like you were saying, they had that one really nice play where they threw it into Whittinger at the high post. She spun, she passed it off to Jones, and it was just an easy layup.
Yeah, exactly. When you get the ball, yeah.
as Brown steps up to the free throw line. She puts that one in to complete the three-point play, 48-26 Michigan.
Yeah, but typically you get the ball there at the free throw line, then the middle of the zone there, Thome has to come up and defend that. The paint's wide open then for somebody to cut in.
Kirkpatrick now with the ball. She passes it to Jones in the corner. Jones has Brown on her, swings it back into Whittinger at the free throw line. Whittinger spins, puts up the shot. That one's way off, and a fight for the ball as Haley Brown and Courtney Jones tie it up. Ball will stay here with Illinois.
Again, they go up to the high post. Good work. Whittinger just kind of turns and puts up an ill-advised shot. I don't know, a bit rushed there. There's plenty of time on the shot clock. That's not the kind of shot that Illinois needs.
Not at all, as Jones takes the ball off the inbounds, fakes past Brown, pulls it up the free throw line. A good look there, but she misses, gets her own rebound, dribbles it back in. That ball stolen away by Deja Church. Deja Church now with the farthest forward Michigan player, 1-on-3, decides to pull it back out. Yeah. She hits Flaherty at the top of the key there.
After an offensive rebound, when you got the ball down that low, you cannot put it down on the ground because it rarely comes back up.
Thome spins in. He's got two players on her, throws up a layup. That one's way off. Rebounded by Cattenhead there. Cattenhead, one of only two seniors on this Illini team. She throws it into Robbins. Robbins turns, puts up the shot. That one barely grazes the rim. Rebound by Dunston, but they're going to call loose ball foul there on Thome as Cattenhead was fighting for the loose ball. So the ball will stay here with the Illini as we'll go to a TV timeout here with 4:48 remaining in the third quarter. 48-26, Michigan ahead. Well, they came right back out there, Illinois. They got a decent look there two possessions down the court. Robbins just wasn't able to finish. And then the second time down, Jones wasn't able to finish as well. But definitely a little bit more of a fight down there so far.
Yeah, definitely. And plus, they're being aggressive, getting those, looking to get offensive rebounds. Again, another weakness of the 2-3 zone is when a shot goes up, nobody has, just a matchup where they know who to box out. A lot of times the defense is scrambling, not knowing, who to box out at all. And balls happen to just, bounce into the hands of some offensive players.
Definitely. In games like this, a lot of times those plays don't matter as much just because of some of the disparity in the skill level. But looking at Michigan's schedule coming up, as they look to get into the latter stretch of Big Ten play, they have Illinois here today. Then they have Michigan State, Northwestern, and Purdue coming up. All big games in conference play, all games that Michigan basketball will feel that they can win. What do you see as the ceiling of this Michigan basketball team going down the stretch into the Big Ten tournament and then into the NCAA tournament, hopefully?
Well, beating Ohio State in Columbus was just a huge game, and I feel like that after winning such a big game like that, there really is no ceiling. If they can beat them in Columbus, such a tough environment, they can beat anyone in my mind, especially after having, a really tough loss to them. They've shown that they're one of the 10 best teams in the country, in my opinion. Obviously ranked a little bit lower than that, but I think they can beat any team on any given day, especially when you have, a really electric scorer like Flaherty. She could go in, put up 30 points on anyone.
Absolutely. Flaherty can do it any day, as can Thome, who's usually a matchup problem for almost any team in the country. And then when you surround him with shooters like Munger, Deja Church can hit the ball. Dunston picking up all the loose balls. In fact, Dunston has had an impact here today, even though she hasn't even attempted a shot. She's got 7 rebounds and 4 assists in 18 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Dunston is just a coach's dream. The way she plays basketball, she's just so tough on the defensive end, always looking to get rebounds, does all of the little plays. Also, she's got herself 4 assists. Just an excellent all-around game without scoring the ball once.
Kirkpatrick throws it into Whittinger. Whittinger pulls up at the free throw line, puts up the shot. That one's no good. Rebound by Thome. Thome gets it out to Church. She looks to push the ball up court. She takes it down past the free throw line, throws it quickly into Haley Brown. Haley Brown turns and lays it up and in. 50-26 Michigan. Kirkpatrick brings the ball back up the other end. She throws it to Robbins. Robbins has Church on her. Dribbles it back out, uses the screen from Cattenhead. She throws a ball's tipped, recovered by Courtney Jones, but who is then fouled by a combination of Caitlin Flaherty, and I think they're going to call that one on Jillian Dunston, actually.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive there, going after that tipped ball. Just happened to get a little bit tied up. Happens.
Absolutely, as Kirkpatrick takes the ball. She's got it. She comes around to the left side. Flaherty's on her in a matchup of the point guards. Back inside to Whittinger. Whittinger, who's been one of the bright spots here today for Illinois, passes out to Jones. She's got the open look in the corner, and that ball rims in and out, but another loose ball foul. Was that one again on Jillian Dunstan? No, this one's on Hallie Thome this time down the court. But good hustle there by Whittinger, getting the ball out to Courtney Jones and then recovering the ball. Ball stays with Illinois.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 fouls now on Thome. Be interested to see if she'll get a sub here soon.
Jones takes the ball inside. She puts the ball up, and just on cue draws another foul there on Thome. So if she wasn't going to get subbed out there, Kim Barnes-Arico is definitely going to have to think about it long and hard now, as Illinois will shoot 2.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. It looks like a sub is coming out to the scores table right now.
Looks like it's going to be and Illinois hits the first foul shot. That's Courtney Jones, as Hallie Thome checks out and Keasia Pierce checks in for her. Jones puts up the second one, but that one's no good. Rebound by Dunstan. Who else? She takes the ball up court. She dribbles it around to the right side. Hits Flaherty on the back cut. Ball caromed off her leg, but she recovers it, brings it back outside. Throws it into Pierce. Pierce has the ball, and they call a loose ball, defensive foul there, holding on Illinois. I believe that one's going to go on Whittinger. Correction on that. That's Keasia Peace, not Pierce. Dunstan now with the ball. She's set to inbound it. Throws it way outside to Peace. Peace got the ball. Throws it around to Church. Church in no rush as the shot clock hits 24. She swings it around to Dunstan. Dunstan with the ball back to Peace. Peace now hands it off to Church, who comes around to the side, uses the screen by Brown. Brown gets the ball off the pass, still on the perimeter. Flaherty now curls around, and an offensive foul, moving screen there on Haley Brown.
My goodness, these fouls are getting pretty tough here.
Yeah, it looks like as the game has gotten more and more out of hand, the officials starting to actually tighten it up. Usually you see it go the other way, but not here today.
Yeah, you'd think they're maybe penalizing Michigan a little bit more, seeing as they have such a lead, but hasn't really done Illinois much good here.
Alley ball in for Illinois as well, as Whittinger takes the ball on the elbow. She puts up the shot. That one's no good. Rebounded by Flaherty. Flaherty out to Munger on the left wing. She comes up, dribbles in, dribbles right through the middle of the defense, hands it off to Dunstan. Dunstan loses the ball out back to Munger, who recovers it into Church. Church takes it in with the right hand, puts it up, banks it off the glass, and in a beautiful layup for Deja Church.
That's the story of the game so far, is Illinois gets a good look, they miss it, Michigan comes down, dribbles the ball off their own leg, they manage to recover it, and then make a tough layup in traffic. That's a heartbreaker.
Definitely, as Whittinger takes the ball back, and she travels for Illinois, so the ball going right back to the Michigan Wolverines. As the subs starting to get rolled out here, actually this one's just Allie Andrews coming back into the game for Alex Whittinger, who will take a brief rest. Michigan now with the ball as they dribble up court. Deja Church has the ball. She's got Beasley on her, who's checked back into the game. Flaherty gets the ball now. She hands it off to Munger. Munger back to Church on the right side. Takes the screen from Peace. Comes around to the left side. Dribbles it back outside. Gives it to Flaherty. Not a great pass there as Kirkpatrick got a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds, so it'll stay with Michigan.
Yeah, Flaherty came up from the baseline there to the wing, looking to get the ball all the way. Pretty obvious the pass was going to her the whole way there. Excellent job to jump the passing lane, though.
Church takes the ball off the inbounds from Flaherty. Flaherty wreaking all sorts of havoc down there using the back screens. She dribbles inside, pulls up at the free throw line, puts up the shot, and looks like Illinois got a piece of that one, so it'll stay here with Michigan as 1 second remaining here on the shot clock.
Again, love the work there by Kirkpatrick, just hounding Flaherty right now. Was able to jump the passing lane there, the possession, or before that. Now blocks the shot, and then as they inbound it, Kirkpatrick manages to stop Flaherty from getting the ball. Oh my goodness, she is really working.
And a shot clock violation for the Michigan Wolverines. Quickly, the Illini take it down the other court. Kirkpatrick takes the ball, and as you praise her, throws it all the way out of bounds into the second row of the stands. Broadcaster's curse right there.
Yeah, that's a classic jinx.
as Haley Brown will check back into the game for Peace, who gave her a brief rest. Good play from Peace there in 2 minutes of play. Flaherty takes the ball now on the right side. She passes out to Brown at the top of the key, who swings it around to Munger. Munger back out to Church at the top. She's got Beasley on her. They're trying to get Flaherty the ball off some curls, but nothing happening there. Shot clock down to 8. Flaherty's got the ball. 5. Flaherty dribbles baseline, and a foul called on Kirkpatrick as she was defending her there.
Again, Kirkpatrick just really making life difficult for Flaherty so far here in the second half. And she started off pretty hot here in the second half, getting what she wanted. Now, ever since Kirkpatrick's been on her, she's really been making it difficult.
And the Wolverines now in the bonus, so Flaherty will shoot 2, and she knocks down the first one. No surprise there. 53-26, Wolverines lead the Fighting Illini with 1:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Illini going through a bit of a rough stretch here as they haven't scored in the last 3 minutes and 36 seconds, missing their last 6 field goal attempts. Flaherty hits the second shot.
Yeah, and really have not adjusted to the 2-3 zone at all. They keep going with the 4-out, 1-in style here, and it's not working out.
As Kirkpatrick gets the ball on the left side, she tries to get it to Allie Ball, the other senior for the Fighting Illini, but that one is tipped out of bounds. Ball will stay here with Illinois. Inbounds taken by Beasley. She's looking for someone, finds Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick dribbles through the middle, finds a lane, hands it off to Ball. Ball is absolutely stuffed by Haley Brown. Gets it out to Munger real quick. Munger leading the break. She can't really find anyone. Pulls it back out for Church.
And again, Illinois starts getting to the basket. Looked like they might have an easy look there at the rim, and just Brown comes out of nowhere and erases that shot.
As we come up on a minute left to play, Flaherty now hands it off to Dunston with only 7 on the shot clock. Church now with the ball, takes the screen from Dunston, comes up to the free throw line, 3 on the shot clock, 2. I don't think she realizes it. 1, hands it off to Dunston, who realized with 1 second. Dunston throws up the prayer that misses everything. Another shot clock violation for the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, Michigan's been showing a lot of patience on the offensive end, just trying to milk the clock out here in the second half, but Seconds just managed to pass him by there without quite realizing. No doubt. As we come up on a minute left to play here, Beasley now with the ball. She's got Church on her, uses the screen from Ball, comes back out, passes it out to Kirkpatrick, who's on the right side. Kirkpatrick cross-court pass to Ball. Ball now with the ball as she passes it out to Beasley at the top of the key. Good play there from Andrews, who's able to find the cutting Sierra Rice for the easy lay-in, and that breaks a 4-minute, 48-second scoring drought for the Fighting Illini. And there it is. Andrews gets the ball at the free throw line, finds a cutter coming in from the wing. It's there. There is a way to attack this 2-3 zone. They just have not gone to it often. Absolutely. Yes, 20 seconds here left in the game. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 10-second differential. Church takes it in on the right side. She puts up the ball. It rims in and out. Offensive rebound by Brown. She puts it up, puts it in, and the foul. Great play from Haley Brown. Saw the missed shot there by Deja Church, was waiting for it the whole way. Got the rebound and put it back up and in. Chance for a three-point play. Yeah, an excellent game by Brown overall. And plus, just without Thome in the game here now, she's really, been the lone big for a few different stretches here in the game, and she's doing an excellent job. She's a bit more of like a new school type of player where she can shoot the three and play inside. Absolutely, as she hits the shot to complete the play. 57-28 Michigan, 8 seconds left now. Olashinska now with the ball, out to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick back to Olashinska. She's looking for the shot. Kirkpatrick out near, way downtown, puts up the shot, misses everything, and that is how the third quarter will end. 57-28, the Wolverines lead the Fighting Illini. And if that last shot wasn't characteristic of the entire game so far, I don't quite know what was. What are your thoughts on the third quarter as we head into the fourth? Well, it's just crazy to me. We've seen Illinois, run a counter 2-3 zone offense almost to perfection a couple of times here, where they get the ball up top at the free throw line. They find the cutter streaking to the basket. It's an easy layup. It's possible. They just keep coming down with, 2 players up top, 2 in the corners, and 1 down in the low post, and that is just the exact opposite of how you want to attack a 2-3 zone. You're putting one player in each of the defensive zones. They don't have to like think about who they're guarding. There's no moving the ball around where they're getting mixed up. They're pretty much playing exactly how Michigan wants them to play, and you know they're getting the results they deserve, quite honestly.
Absolutely, and that might explain why Fahey looked the coach for the Illini looks so upset on the sideline here today as the fans go absolutely wild for the Pizza House delivery of the game. But no doubt the Illini, they've shown that when they have passed it in for the free throw line to Whittinger or to Jones, that when that player is able to turn and find a cutter, be it Rice or Beasley, they've gotten easy layups every single time they've done it. And it must just be so frustrating for Fahey sitting there on the sideline, seeing that happen, and just not understanding why they don't do it more often.
Yeah, and I don't know who deserves all of the blame there. You would think the coach would be responsible for getting her players in the right spots, but I don't know. As upset, you're right. She has been visibly upset on the sideline. You'd think she must be, trying to communicate that to her players. It's just not. There's some disconnect going on there, for sure.
Absolutely. As the people who are mopping up the foul line area under the Wolverines and Illini baskets can't be older than 8, 9 years old. I don't know how they've got who they can employ here at the Michigan Wolverines Chrysler Arena, but they do look a little young. But as the Michigan Wolverines and the Fighting Illini get set to start the fourth quarter, this game is all but done for the Fighting Illini and for the Wolverines. Michigan with a 57-28 lead with only 10 minutes left to play. But what can each team look to prove here in the fourth quarter, especially for the Fighting Illini, who are going through a rough stretch, having lost all their games in conference play so far?
Yeah, and a lot of those losses not really coming, in the close variety. I think just right now you're playing for pride if you're Illinois. You keep going to the high post, getting those easy buckets. That's really what I would be looking for here if I'm Illinois, is just trying to get something going on offense.
Absolutely. As Michigan Wolverines get the ball to start the half, Haley Brown has got the ball. She passes it off to Munger. Munger takes it right into the middle, gets stripped by Kirkpatrick, who takes away the ball, recovers it down the other end. She's got the ball, dribbles it in quickly towards Brown, brings it back out towards Olashinska. Olashinska now with Whittinger, who faces up at the free throw line. That's where she likes the ball. Back out to Kirkpatrick on the right side. Kirkpatrick directing traffic, swings it around, the ball finds Rice. Rice now off to Allie Andrews, takes it into the middle. She's stripped, recovers the ball, puts up the shot. That one's no good, recovered by Haley Brown.
Excellent defense by Peace there, just keeping her hands right up in the air. Not getting an easy foul there and just making life just absolutely difficult.
Haley Brown takes the ball up the other end. She passes into Peace. Peace with the easy layup for the 2 points. 59-28. Michigan leads the Fighting Illini with 9 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Kirkpatrick now with the ball off to Olashinska. Entry pass into Whittinger. Whittinger looks on the other end, finds Rice, and Rice was unable to come down with that ball effectively. A traveling call on Rice, but really that was the foul of Olashinska, who overthrew that pass, had to send Rice diving close to the stands. By the time Rice could recover, couldn't get her feet set, and was called for shuffling too many times. Flaherty now with the ball, hands it off to Dunston. Dunston dribbles near the top of the key, right on the half-court logo. She entry pass into Brown at the free throw line. She turns, faces, passes it back out to Flaherty. Flaherty takes the screen from Brown, passes it out back to her. Pick and pop from the three-point line. A wide open shot from Brown, who cans it from deep.
Yeah, this is excellent to see out of Brown. That's when Michigan's doing well, they need players like Brown and Munger to do well. You always know that Flaherty and Thome are going to get theirs, but when Brown is doing well, that bodes very well for this team.
As the Illini come back down the other end, good entry pass into Sierra Rice, but she can't hit the layup, recovers her missed shot, passes it back out to Olashinska. Olashinska back out to Rice on the right side. She swings it baseline to Andrews. Andrews faces up and hits the bucket. 62-30, Michigan leads the Fighting Illini. As Michigan comes right back down the other end. Brown now with the ball. And that one's stolen away from her by Allie Andrews. Getting a little sloppy here down the stretch for the Michigan Wolverines as Sierra Rice takes it down the other end, dribbles it into the defense, and gets tied up by Haley Brown. Possession arrow for the Illini.
Yeah, maybe things are getting a little out of control on the offensive end for the Wolverines, but so far the defense has just still been excellent here. as Peace manning the middle spot, that 2-3 zone, has done an excellent job. She's only played in 11 games so far for the Wolverines, averaging only about 5 minutes in those games. Really proving herself here, though.
Absolutely.
So far.
As Beasley takes the inbounds pass, dribbles right past Peace, puts that ball up, but misses the layup. Offensive rebound by Whittinger. She goes back up and lays that one up and in. Good hustle by Whittinger there. Flaherty takes the ball right back down the other end, looking for the easy two. Instead, pulls the ball back out. Then, quick entry pass into Thome. She puts up the left-handed hook shot, and that one's good. 64-32 Wolverines. Olashinska back down the other end. Entry pass into Whittinger. Whittinger has the ball stripped by Munger. Munger now looking down the other end. She's got Church on the right side. Takes it right into Beasley. Passes it out to Church right inside the three-point line. She puts up the shot, and that one's good as well. Michigan Wolverines not letting up at all here down the stretch.
Yeah, they just can't miss right now.
Sierra Rice now with the ball for the Illini. She passes it into Whittinger. Whittinger loses the ball again, and again Dunston is first to the floor to tie her up. This time possession goes to the Michigan Wolverines. Another turnover for Illinois.
Yeah, and Dunston just, Michigan's up by more than 30 points right now, and still Dunston is just on the floor at every opportunity, just hustling her butt off right now. It's incredible to see.
Absolutely, as that's the 16th turnover for the Illini here today. Munger now with the ball for the Wolverines. She passes it out to Church on the right side. Church in no rush at all as 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Pulls it back out to the top of the key. Flaherty's open for three on the right side. She hits her, and Flaherty hits the bottom of the net as she puts that one through with ease.
Yeah, Beasley was a little slow getting to Flaherty. She had a chance to set her feet, really square up and size up that shot, and she's going to make that one just about every time.
As go back down the other end, and a reach-in foul by Munger on Olashinska. So 69-32, Wolverines leading here with 6:08 left in the fourth quarter. Beasley inbounds that to Whittinger, who faces up in the basket at the free throw line. She's got Dunston on her. Looking for the shot, instead chooses to pass it out to Beasley. Beasley splits two defenders nicely, pulls up at the elbow, and drains the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough shot right there, especially driving in through traffic.
Go back down the other end. Entry pass into Thome by Flaherty. Thome turns and puts it in easily as she sends Andrews sprawling into the front row behind the basket. Sierra Rice now with the ball for the Illini. She passes into Whittinger. Whittinger gets trapped by two defenders. Ball is stripped by Thome. Thome out to Munger. She's dribbling at half court. Flaherty's got the ball. Has the three. She puts it up. And she puts it in! Flaherty with 25 points here today. 5 of 7 from downtown as the Wolverines take a 40-point lead. 74-34. Timeout called by Illinois.
Yeah, that was something I hadn't even really thought of was, Michigan really was able to keep up the pace just fine with Flaherty and Thome out of the game. And now they check back in with, middle of the fourth quarter here and just able to open this game right up as if it weren't open enough already. An excellent, you like to see that Thome is doing so well here to close out this game. She struggled, for most of the game. She's still shooting lower than 50% lower than 50% from the field, which is not something you really like to see out of a big. But, a couple of easy baskets here, playing really well on the defensive end, even with the 4 fouls. It's a great way to close this game. Probably has got to build her confidence just a little bit.
Absolutely, as she's 5 of 13 from the field here today. Flaherty really been leading everyone on both sides with 25 points on 9 of 7 shooting. But more of the story is the Michigan Wolverines defense that you've highlighted here today. No one for Illinois is in double figures here today. Their highest scorer is Whittinger with 8 points on 4 of 10 shooting. And that says something about how smothering the Wolverines defense has been so far.
Yeah, and Michigan's just really, they're not working too hard. They're doing the 2-3 zone. They're sitting back. They're, letting Illinois come at them. And, they're just playing it really simply, and they're doing it an excellent job of it.
Absolutely. As 5:27 remaining here in the fourth quarter, both teams just looking to see it out without any complications or injuries down the stretch. The 5 that come back onto the court for the Michigan Wolverines will be Dunston, Thome, Deja Church, Caitlin Flaherty, and Haley Brown. So they're not going to let up at all down the stretch. as that's the starting 5 except for Munger. Yet to see who the Illini put out back onto the court. They're in no rush to get back out into the center circle and start up the game.
Well, as you said, Michigan does have some pretty tough games coming up here. You know, I don't mind this move by Rico. You know, let your big players close out the game, have a little bit of fun, build up some confidence so they get a little bit of momentum rolling into these next few games.
Absolutely, and I'm not one to question the moves of Kim Barnes-Arico, who is now the winningest coach in Michigan women's basketball history. She definitely knows what she's doing down the stretch as she has turned around this program in a huge way. Winners of the WNIT tournament last year, now the number 19 ranked team this year with even bigger aspirations this season.
Yeah, definitely this team has their eyes set on the NCAA tournament, and for good reason. They've been playing excellent ball here lately.
Absolutely. As Beasley takes the inbounds from Andrews, she dribbles the ball up court, finds Olashinska on the right side. Olashinska off to Beasley. Beasley splits the zone, comes in near the elbow, puts up the shot. That one's off the back rim. Rebound by Sierra Rice, who puts that one in for Illinois. And one draws the foul on Haley Brown there. Beautiful play by Sierra Rice.
Yeah, and that was all set up there by the drive from Whittinger. And again, Andrews was up near the free throw line. It pulled Thome up there, and it created an open lane for her to come in. She ends up missing the shot, but it allows Rice the opportunity to get the offensive rebound and put it in.
And Rice puts in the free throw as well. So 74-37 here now as Church takes the ball back up for the Michigan Wolverines. She's got Olashinska on her, as Illinois seems to prefer playing the man-to-man than Michigan Wolverines 2-3 zone. Flaherty now with the ball on Beasley. She takes the screen. Good defense there by Illinois, but a great pass in all the way from near half court into Thome, and the easy layup for Thome right there.
Yeah, excellent pass. Great look. Really, Flaherty's been looking to get the ball into Thome down low here in the fourth quarter, and it's been working out pretty darn well.
Absolutely. As Beasley takes the ball up the other end, she dribbles to the side of Church, passes it off to Rice. Rice backs to Olashinska, cross court in the corner. Olashinska puts it in and puts it through for the three-pointer, 76-40 Michigan, who comes right back down the other end, passes batted away from Whittinger out of bounds. Ball will stay here with the Wolverines. Some substitutions for the Michigan Wolverines here. SK Asia Peace comes in for Haley Brown, and Nicole Munger comes in for Jillian Dunstan.
Yeah, and it looked like there, when the ball got knocked out of bounds, Flaherty's trying to get the ball to Thome, who's running the floor excellently. Wouldn't be the first time that she's raced down the floor off of a made basket and got an easy layup. As
Munger takes a dribble in near the free throw line and puts that one up and puts that one through for a 78-40 lead for the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, and I just really love seeing Flaherty, recognizing the hustle and the effort from her center and really rewarding her every time down the floor here lately.
Andrews now with the ball for Illinois. She dribbles passes it back out to Beasley, gets the ball back at the free throw line, puts that one up, rims off the back rim, taken out by Church. No one can catch up with her. She hits Munger on the left side. Munger's open, but passes up the shot. She's got Church. Church is wide open, puts up the shot, and that one just a little off. Rebound by Peace, passes it back out to Flaherty, finds Church again on the left side. Church takes it in, puts the ball up, misses again. Another offensive rebound by Thome. She misses, and this time the Illini are able to get the rebound. Ball back out to Beasley. She passes it back to Rice at the top of the key, who puts up the quick three, and that one's off. Rebound by Peace. Peace hands it off to Deja Church. Church now dribbles it up court. She's got Olashinska on her. Passes it off to Munger in the corner, who is defended by Beasley. Back out to Church at the top of the key. She's out near the half-court logo, taking no time as the clock ticks down near the 3-minute mark. Out to Flaherty on the left side. Flaherty puts up the three. Going for the personal stats right now, but that one misses. Rebound by the Illini, who passes it back out. That one stolen by Flaherty. Back up court to Church, and Church lays it up and in. 80-40 Michigan, as they just do not let up here down the stretch.
Yeah, Flaherty looking a bit like Livers there, just threw a frozen rope down the court for the easy layup.
Illini come back down the other end. Olashinska puts up the three. That one's a long miss. Offensive rebound by Whittinger, but it's quickly stolen away by Munger. Out to Flaherty. Flaherty goes up against Olashinska, puts it up, and puts it through. High off the backboard, up near the shot clock. 82-40 Michigan. That will lead to another Illinois timeout with 2:25 remaining here in the game today.
Yeah, there's so much that's impressive about Flaherty's game. You know, the shooting, the defense, the passing, but those plays right there where she's able to drive in, take the contact, and throw up kind of a bit of a hook shot there high off the glass. That is just, it's a play she does pretty often, and it, you know, puts me in awe every time.
Kirkpatrick now in the game for Beasley. She takes the ball up court, passes it off to Ball, who's now in the game as well. Ball gets the ball back in the corner. She passes into Whittinger. Whittinger takes 2 dribbles, but she shuffled the feet, and that's going to be a traveling call on the Illini.
Again, not a bad call, but I'm surprised the refs are making that one with 2 minutes to go here in the game.
Just like the Wolverines, referees not letting up down the stretch. Got to uphold the integrity of the game. As a Sydney Winslow in for the Illini as well. Michigan now with the ball. Haley Brown at the top of the key. She passes it in. That ball finds Peace on the left side. Peace puts that one up, misses it. Able to get the offensive rebound by Samantha Trammell, and who has just checked into the game, and she gets fouled, so she will shoot 2 as well. Substitutions all across the board on both sides as Samantha Trammell in for the Wolverines, along with Church, Peace, Haley Brown, and Jillian Dunstan. For the Illini, it's Lyric Robbins, Allie Ball, Kirkpatrick to go with Janaea Walker and Sierra Rice as the first free throw is put up and in there by Trammell.
Yeah, and that's Trammell's first points of the season. This is only her 7th appearance, only playing 19 total minutes. And there makes the second one, 2 for 2 from the line, her first 2 points of the season. She gets a pretty nice applause there from this Chrysler Arena crowd.
Winslow now with the ball on the left side. She passes out to Kirkpatrick. Entry pass there, tries to find Janaea Walker, but tipped back out to Kirkpatrick, who swings it around to Lyric Robbins on the right side. She tries to take Dunstan off the dribble, puts up the air ball near the free throw line. That ball is recovered by Janaea Walker, who puts it up and in. Good hustle there off the bench by Janaea Walker. Church now with the ball for Michigan. She comes up the other end, passes it in the corner to Trammell. Trammell back out to Dunstan. Dunstan now dribbling at the top of the key. 1 minute 14 seconds remaining in the game. Dunstan gets the ball back. She passes it in to Peace. Peace with 2 defenders on her, doesn't care, puts up the left-handed shot. That one just misses. Rebound by Kirkpatrick. She's looking to push the pace. She's got Church on her, swings it to the corner to Robbins. Robbins right in there to Janaea Walker. Walker puts up the shot, she misses. Rebound by Sydney Winslow. Kirkpatrick now with the ball, 50 seconds remaining in the game. She gives it to Allie Ball. Allie Ball throws it back in there to Janaea Walker. Walker puts up the left-handed shot. It's slightly deflected there by Peace. Deja Church takes the ball, 84-42 Michigan.
Yeah, and with just a 10-second difference between the game and shot clock, it looks like Michigan's just going to let the clock dribble out here.
Absolutely, as 26 seconds left on the game clock. Church takes the ball, hands it off to Trammell. Trammell doesn't want to get the turnover, hands it off to Haley Brown. Brown back to Dunstan, looking to get the entry pass into Peace. Good defense by the Illini. She puts up the shot instead and puts it in for Jillian Dunstan. Her first field goal attempt of the day. 100% from the field there. 5 seconds left in the game as Kirkpatrick takes the ball. Off to Allie Ball, who put up the 3. She misses long. Rebound comes out, and that's going to do it for us here today as the Michigan Wolverines beat the Illinois Fighting Illini 86-42. Any final thoughts, Nate?
You know, just an excellent game by the Wolverines. You know, not too much more to say. With a little bit of a tough stretch in the schedule here, this was a great one, you know, to come in, take care of business, build up a little bit of confidence for, you know, the entire team from the starting 5 all the way to the very end of the bench. So I'm really liking the momentum of this team. Really think they're going to make a lot of noise here at the end of the season.
Absolutely. As the final score here today is 86-42 Michigan. Flaherty led the way with 27 points, followed by Brown with 17. For the Illini, no one ended up reaching double figures, as the highest scorer on the day were Whittinger and Rice, both with 8 points. For you, my name's Yosef Gross. That was Nate Sorensen, as well as Jack and Grant in the first half. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll catch you next time the Michigan Wolverines women's basketball team comes here to Chrysler Arena. Thanks for tuning in today, and have a nice day, and go blue.